crazy. And it's crazy because everyone, like when we were 2-4, everyone was like, Vrabel's the worst coach ever.
Arthur Smith's the worst OC ever.
Worst OC ever. Like, this guy sucks. That guy sucks. Everyone sucks.
Everyone fucking sucked, dude.
And then then you go to the AFC Championship, dude, and it's like, we fucking love these guys. I'll cut my dick off too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people are just like, oh, you cut his dick off. I'll cut my dick off. Like, we're just going to have a pile of dicks outside the bus one day, dude. Little pieces, big pieces, black pieces, white pieces, dude. Pieces of all races and colors, dude. Bring your dicks. Bring your dicks to the bus, dude. Demario Davis bulldozes Taylor Lewan on his way to a sack. What a great title that you want to watch, dude.
Bulldozes.
Oh, reliving a nightmare. So Demario, like, we were in a 5-man protection, and like, I didn't know if I had the guy inside me or outside me. I wasn't, like, for some reason I was messed up to where, like, I didn't know who I had, so I took a step and kind of looked inside and felt Roger come, and then by the time I looked outside, like, I could barely turn my head long enough before I was on the ground.
Yeah, I know.
And you just lay there. Like, anytime you get laid out like that, you just lay there and you're just like, fuck, man.
I know. Same have. Hey,
this is going to be everywhere.
Yeah. That's funny, too, because that is what you think, man. Fuck.
Here we go.
This is going to be something.
So you think to yourself, hope nobody saw that.
I was on
and
like, yeah,
like,
exactly.
60,000 people.
Yeah. Perfect. This is what I wanted to ask about. What do you think about watching that highlight with a freaking GOAT, Earl Thomas?
Well, looking football, there's going to be a lot of talking. I mean, it's a big game. Those guys have been playing very well, and
look at Bates, dude. Look at Bates getting hyped about it.
Look at Bates over there, and we just got done playing the Patriots. We had a pretty good game on the ground, and I guess those guys prided themselves on stopping the run. So I could say that he was trying to get his guys going in himself. So when I got to that point in the run, he was approaching. I'm like, this is the moment where he was telling the media.
You thought that moment too when you're running?
Yeah, I was yes, here it goes. This is the moment where it's me and him. Let's see what happens.
As it's happening, what are you thinking when you got
I was so focused on just like, just trying to throw him out the club that I ran myself out of bounds. Watch this. I'm trying to give him another shove, and I ran myself out of bounds, and then I try to stare him down afterwards.
Yo, you stared the shit out of him. You stared through his soul, man. Bro. The thing is, too, is...
Hey, he's so hyped right there. Look at him.
Losing it. Look at you. Hey, and you don't really do anything like that during games. Derrick doesn't really talk. But he talked twice in this game. You did that, and then you said something like...
Look at him.
But he's a future Hall of Famer, so I'm like, well, I mean... If I get opportunity, I mean, I got to bring it. We all know what type of player Earl Thomas is.
Oh,
so
legend.
I'm like,
future Hall of Famer.
If it's one-on-one, I got to bring my A game.
He's a future Hall of Famer?
I think so.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a future Hall of Famer.
Wow.
No question.
Oh, look at the circle.
The boy.
Literally, me and Roger's block did not matter at all there. It was a cut. Great job on the right side of the line.
And what's crazy is he's doing exactly what we're all coached to do. Chop the stiff arm down. Look, he plays that cool card. He plays that tough guy. He was one of the first ones when I was walking up and down the sideline when I was on the Titans and asking like, hey, do you look at everybody's piece when you're in the shower? Because I remember it was me and Darren Bates. I was like, hey, how many guys on the team, what percentage do you think would admit to looking at everybody, not everybody, but looking at a piece in the shower? Because you can't help it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, what percentage do you think would admit it? Because we all know they all do it.
Right.
And he's like, about 60, 70, DB.
67% look?
Yeah.
Well, wait,
67 would admit it. And we're like, BT for sure.
Didn't you ask KB about that? Sat in my seat, disrespectful.
Yeah. KB did. And,
the thing is like you're going periffs. You can't it's not like there's a line that stops here.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to you and you're standing, like I'm seeing the whole body. I'm just looking in your eyes out of respect.
Right. But hey, you scrub your legs, you kind of come up and glance.
Oh, you do that.
I'm saying it could happen. You went through chemo and all that for 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
I
went through like an intensive part of chemo for about 10, 11 months, like super intensive. Every 21 days I'd go in and I'd stay for a week in the hospital. And then they would just dose you with like 24-hour doses of chemo, all that. And then I did radiation for like 5-6 weeks after that. And then I went on like a maintenance chemo for the next 2 years, basically, which was I would take daily chemo, weekly chemo, and then monthly I'd go in and get infusion.
This is a super ignorant question, but what is I know chemo, how do you just get an IV? You take it by pill? Like what?
You can do either.
What does it feel like when you take it? Do you feel awful?
Yeah, you feel terrible, man. Like super bad.
Really?
Like the intensive chemo, like what's going on during this intense when you're like, I'm in there for like a week, or like the worst parts?
Dude, they had this one chemo, they call it the Red Devil. It was doxorubicin. It was like the last 28 hours of your stay there, you just get this red chemo that freaking pumps for 24 hours all night.
There's
all
IV
day.
that pumps?
IV. And it like turns your pee red and your poop.
It's called the Red Devil?
That's the
What's it
name
feel
in the
like?
hospital.
Is there a feeling the entire time it's dripping?
Yes and no. I mean, like, after my first round of chemo, I was like, oh man, this ain't that bad. Like, I'm gonna freaking whip this thing.
Yeah,
but then like every one you go, it gets harder and harder because your body kind of gets wear down. Like chemo is like, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna kill as many cancer cells as possible.
But along that comes with
along the way is gonna do this. And then as soon as your body recovers, all your white blood cells and your red blood cells and your platelets, like as soon as they come back to a number, then they hit you again. So it's like a constant battle to get as much chemo in as possible and get your body back to a healthy place.
The legend was born.
The legend.
The legend continued.
Yeah,
the legend continued. He was already a legend, and then decided on.
I'll tell you what. Is the rumors true?
Yeah. Does he have a piece on him? Look at the camera. Look at that one over there to the left.
I said this before. You need to get Animal Planet on there. We need the crocodile hunter.
It's that much of a deal, huh?
Yeah, that boy.
And you know what the thing is? It's always the most unsuspecting looking dudes.
Unsuspecting.
It's the dudes that you're like, probably not. Like Zach. Zach's definitely
he's got a monster on him.
You got that thing.
Look at he just crosses his legs.
Losing circulation from taping that thing up on your thigh, buddy.
Look at
dude, I'm just saying. Because you look at Nick, well, you know.
Hey, what is it about that gets a man remembered? Like a man could have 3 gold medals, or a man could have a huge,
a huge piece.
And that gets remembered before the gold medals.
Yeah, you are. That's true.
Hey, it is.
It's
like, you remember that guy back in school?
Yeah. He went to the Olympics, had won all this. Yeah, but you hear about his dick though?
Right. It's like, they put Minshew in over him. It's like Big Dick Nick.
I think that's
like, it's like, at least he's got that piece.
Yeah.
I think that's been passed down through time, through our DNA. It's like, he used to roll the land,
Years and years, generations of pure bloodlines to get that piece.
How many beers do you think you've put down since the Zilly, since the day started?
All jokes aside, in a given night, I would have, like, during this whole thing, I would have like 20 in a day.
How many did you have yesterday in Nashville?
Yesterday, I don't know, probably 15.
You said on any given night. We're talking school nights?
Yeah.
School nights.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking Wednesday
Tuesday
night.
I'm fucking
we're talking Tuesday.
Watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I have to like slug down a fucking Bud Light. I'm like, damn, this one hurts.
Now, are you doing it for the zillion beers, or are you doing it because that's just Zilly?
No, I mean,
because you're just Zilly.
I'm not a big weekday drinker, but during this whole thing, if people are like, hey, I'll buy a shirt right now if you chug a beer, I'm like, all right, fucking bet.
During this rise of the Phoenix, you're selling out for the brand.
I'm the biggest sellout you'll ever meet. If somebody says, hey, like, fucking punch Will in the face, I'll buy a shirt, you're getting socked, buddy.
I mean, AB was, me and him we were locker mates in the spring. And I mean, any conversation I had with AB was like real,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I appreciate AB. I don't know exactly to the extent of what he's going through. Only thing I have to say is I just hope he addresses everything like full spectrum, and whatever help he needs, wherever he needs to go to, really address those things. I hope he does that, because it's like, looking back on my story, who am I to say that people can't get over their stuff and then take their life to a whole nother level? Because you see what level his life was on, before things started happening. So
I mean, you saw a legitimate peak rise of somebody just to fall, and not necessarily rock bottom, but a rise and fall all within 1 year, all within months, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm one of them people that's like, people look at AB and it's like, damn, AB doing this, damn, AB doing that. Fuck wrong with AB. I'm looking at AB like, I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm not from a place of condemning. I try to understand just because of shit I've been through. Because I know people was like, this dude's junkie, drug addict, like just throwing stones. But it's like, who is really taking the time to understand? Like, I'm trying to understand AB. So if I were to talk to AB, I'm not coming in with no expectation, no kind of judgment. Like, I just want to talk to AB and like, so he can get things off his chest. Because I feel like it may not be a lot of people around AB where he can have real deal conversations.
That's, I mean, just from I'm the purest outsider there can be. I don't know. But you just feel like there's a lot of probably yes men around him. I mean, you would know more than me, but when you're saying that, it's like, hopefully he has somebody around that, you know, sort of check him or like have conversations to try to get to the root of like what's going on. But as a pure outsider, it's like you feel like he's surrounded by a lot of yes men and he needs to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's me talking from no experience.
Right.
You're somebody who can, you said you were locker mates with him. You were around him. You saw the crew that would try. Being on the Raiders, guy said he would try and come in the locker room with like his crew or being around workouts. And it's kind of like doing too much, but also you're an alien, meaning he's a superstar. So you got to kind of let stuff happen. But then it's like, hey.
I think if he were to get into like I said, I don't know what's going on in his life, but if he gets into a rehab environment, his work ethic really is crazy. Like I've seen it. So if he gets into an environment where he's working on himself, I feel like his work ethic will come back out again. And he can really, like, when he starts working on himself, that football work ethic will translate. And then that will come back to on the field. And then, like, once he deals with those things, like, he won't even really have to go out his way to mend relationships with people and do, like, the apology things that he's doing. Like, his actions will show for it. Yeah. And just because he has a change in him on the inside because something has to change. And it's like, I feel like if he gets to a point where he's like, he locks in, he knows he has work to do on himself, I feel like he could do whatever he wants.
I'm flexing them right now.
Tattoos?
Zoom in my flex caps. Ready? One. Almost cramped.
Them little boys.
You saw them though, dude? They're powerful little guys though.
Them little boys.
Dude, they are tiny.
Speaking of little boys.
You have a kid?
No. But I got this little boy spray. It's called Ball Toner, Reviver by Manscaped. No free shout outs. Go ahead, spray that. Hey, spray that. It's like a to-go spray. Like if you get during the day, you hit a couple sprays in there, and it smells good.
Finished a workout, like, oh god, I gotta get out of here. See my lady.
Yes, yeah, dude. I'm telling you, spray it and then you'll smell it.
Do I smell? Put it on my balls?
You should
right now. Okay.
Yeah. Why not? There you go. Get in there.
Oh, I touched it.
Get in there. Get them little boys.
It's touching it now.
Don't touch the.
Oh, I got the left one. Now smell my pants.
I mean, I'm not going to smell them.
Smell them.
No.
You got to make sure we have to test the product. We have to test the product.
Boss, come smell his pants.
Fuck no.
Dude, this is...
Smell it. Can you smell it?
Bring it in here. Hang on.
I'm trying to get it wet.
Don't waft it. I want to go in. That's a nice smell. That's a good smell. That's a good smell.
God, no pause.
Fuck that pause shit, dude.
Can we talk about what you... Hold on. First off, we just lost all street cred about what you did just now.
So Lowe catches the ball. Well, Lowe's smart. He doesn't want it. He gives it to Frank.
Yeah, Dyson's over there picking flowers.
And Kevin's standing back over here, and you'll see, here's Lowe. He catches the ball. All right, he's going to get rid of it. Oh, my gosh, you hear Frank. You take it. Frank sets it up, sells it, and comes back. Look at that, 10 yards behind the ball, right? Just like we told him?
Yeah.
Now, how about 10
yards? 10 yards.
So right there, I'm yelling, get out of bounds, because field goal ties, and then I look ahead. I go, oh, my gosh. Get in the end zone.
This is controversial city right here.
What do you think would have been called had there been replay?
Well, there is replay. This game went to review.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
No, the wing official right behind Frank on their sideline is Byron Boston, and Byron Boston points a lateral. So he points to his right, to our right, his left. And I saw that. So I knew it was ruled a lateral on the field. Okay,
which is half the battle. Because it's going to stand now. It's probably going to stand.
A lot of gray area.
Yes. There's probably 65, maybe 66,000 people here. To this day, there's maybe 100,000 people that said they were there. Right? Yeah. And people all over Nashville.
Hell, I was there.
People all over Nashville in intersections are stopped listening and getting out of their cars and going nuts in intersections all over. Yeah. And the whole place is going crazy.
There's a lot of people right now saying that season's not happening. The NFL season will not happen.
Who?
Kirk Herbstreit.
Give me the name. Fuck Kirk Herbstreit.
Okay. Whoa. All right.
Yeah. That's heavy. We're not saying that.
Well,
okay, that's fine. I said it. No, listen,
fuck
Kirk. I actually like Kirk Herbstreit as an announcer, but fuck him for saying that because that was such a ridiculous thing to say when he said it, and he was doing it for headlines, and he got everyone in a panic. So Kirk Herbstreit, I got no beef with you other than that particular comment, which was fucked up.
I'll tell you what, I DM'd him. That's how upset I was. I DM'd him and I said, hey, where'd you get this information? Who are you talking to? Is there somebody do you know scientists? Are there people you know? And he literally just sent me his phone number and said, if you want to talk, call me. I haven't had the balls to call him yet.
Call him right now.
That's what he said? Call him right now.
You want me to?
Yeah, call him right now.
What's up, bro? Yeah, Kirk, what's up? It's Taylor Lewan.
Tell him before he talks any farther.
Before you talk any farther, I'm on a Zoom podcast right now. We can delete it if you want. I'm with Big Cat from Barstool and Will Compton. Awesome. What are you guys up to? So we're literally just talking. Big Cat had some strong words for you about the comments you made.
You actually got in a recent crash back. What was that, in August?
Last year, yeah, sometime.
Yeah. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
I got a brand new plane from Cessna. It's a really nice plane, and we're flying it. And we've been flying it a while, and we've landed it into that airport before. And we came down in to land, and we landed. We bounced, so we came down again, just as hard, if not harder. And the landing gear on the right side broke. So, you're thinking you're gonna die, and we slid a little bit further, and it came to stop, and I started hollering for Amy, and I got my daughter Isla, and I got to look at her and check her, and she's screaming, and I'm thinking, God, please don't let nothing be wrong with her. So I'm thinking, get that hatch in the back open. Let's create an opportunity to leave. So I went back there, and I'm seeing smoke coming out the toilet, and so black, dark, thick smoke. I'm like, all right. I hollered up to the front. I was like, we're on fire. We got to go. We'd went through a chain link fence, and it wrapped around that door, and it wouldn't allow the door to open the way I needed it to. So Amy hollers at him and says, try the front door one more time, because we had tried it and couldn't get it to move. And he goes up there to the front door and turns the handle and kicks it, and it popped open about 2 feet. The lead pilot goes to get out of the plane. Then he's like, hand me the baby. So I go up there to hand him the baby. Now I get out of the plane. And the entire time all this is going on, I still am not 100% sure that Isla is okay. They put Amy in her own ambulance with Isla, and then I'm in an ambulance by myself, and I still don't know if Isla's 100%, and I'm really tore up. The guy riding in the ambulance did the coolest thing ever. He calls the other ambulance on his cell phone and puts my wife on the phone and gives it to me. And so I can talk to her. And I said, finally, I was like, Amy, you got a chance to really look at Isla and see what's going on with her. Is she okay? And, so I kind of finally got some relief because that was so stressful.
In one of your songs, Break Up With Him.
Yeah.
You say, I know you're not in love with him. Break up with him. Is that him a real person? And does that guy know it was about him?
Man, that song is not a real story. It was just something we were doing to make ourselves laugh. We wrote that in the middle of the night in a van, really driving. It was when we were traveling around the country in a van, and everybody was asleep. It was probably 2 a.m, and we had been kind of jamming on this thing at sound check earlier in the day, and I was listening to it on my phone, and it was 2 a.m. I had this idea for a one-sided phone conversation song. Trevor was awake in the back bench of the bus, or the van at that point, and it was 2 a.m. So I went back there and I was like, hey, I got this idea. And so to keep from waking everybody up, I just started whispering it into my phone. So that kind of that kind of set the tone for this creepy hey girl, what's up thing. And then we were just laughing our asses off in the back of the van. Yeah. And that's all that was. And then, man, we've had so many people that would come up to us and say, that song made me break up with my boyfriend. And,
no shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've had this chase to get to the top, and we've gotten there. And it's you get done, and you're trying to find that next passion that's going to take you on that ride again, because we've experienced something that, very few people do. And a lot of athletes have so much trouble transitioning because it's like chasing a high. It's you got to reignite some passion that you studied in one area for 20 some odd years to get to the top. And then when you're done, you got to use everything you've learned and try to find a new passion in your life that kind of gets to that level of the high you've been at before.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's really hard to do. And I think it's a lot of people that I've heard that have been retired have given me the advice of don't try to chase that, because it's almost impossible to recreate that. You're going to have competitive outlets and stuff like that in some capacity. But, to find that, unless you're going to become a musician, we're entertainers, and basically what our sport is, it's an entertainment that we, entertain the masses. We're modern day gladiators, and there's not professions that are out there that you're performing for millions of people at what you do. So, I think it's going to be key to find some competitive outlets and all that, but I don't have any kind of dreams of, chasing that high.
Listen, I'm not bullshitting you. There were very few teams where I was a top 10 athlete on the team. And that's the funny thing is when you're Howie Long's son, everybody assumes you could just hit the lotto. My dad's more athletic than me. I had to work for everything I had. And, there's some people you can never convince that, and that's fine. But those are people who are sideline people. And there are also people that don't understand that when you're marked like that, a great career in the NFL for 11 years, 2 Super Bowls, 70 sacks, all that shit, like team captain. That's a dream for everybody else. But you still have these nobodies that are like on the sideline, like, you never be your dad. I'm like, well, you never be me. Like, who gives a fuck?
Oh, let's go.
Like, you're not me and I'm not him. And really, it doesn't matter. And I'm tougher than you because I had to deal with that pressure my whole life. And so that was like a skin of armor for me. Where if I get in the league and people are looking at me like this dude's probably soft or whatever, like that made me tougher. And you didn't have that. And I did. Okay, maybe you're tougher in a lot of other ways, but I had that and you didn't.
Yo, you just fired me the fuck up, Chris.
Don't come to me for information or advice if you don't want to hear the hard truth. I'm not your guy. I know I'm funny, hard with the sketches, but anyone who knows me knows I give it to you with no chaser. Like, you're going to have to just take this, right? You didn't become a left tackle starting in, one of the highest paid and best left tackles in the league. Well, you didn't have the career that you've had and be able to go everywhere and people say, yo, he's an asset to this franchise by just coasting it, right? That's the problem with a lot of guys in the league. And when you play, is like you think that because you've done this thing here, people will scholarship you everywhere else. Not the case. So even when we had that conversation about, when you were first starting Bussin, it was like, yo, you got to work at this and put the same crazy amount of time, stress, anxiety on yourself that you did when you played ball. Otherwise, it won't work because there are other people out here who have been doing this for 30 years that would like nothing more than to stomp you out and make sure you don't become a thing.
Yo,
it's a cool thing to be a part of. I'm jumping through a fucking wall right now. Dude, I'm about to run through a damn wall.
I know, he's sitting there. That's why he's on TV, man.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to give it to you straight. You're going to have to take all of that. Let's not look past that comment, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to have to take this thing, no chaser. I'm going to have to give you to take all that. He said, I was like,
like 3 times last year, I think it was after the season. I think it was ESPN, like put up all these like what tight end would you want on your team? And it was Kelsey, Kyle Rudolph, Greg Kittle, question mark.
Really?
Like 3 different times.
That's
who would you say at the top 5 tight ends in the league right now?
No particular order. Kelsey's amazing. Zach Ertz is incredible. I think you have 2 fantastic tight ends in Walker and Smith. I think they're both unreal.
Don't sleep on Fersker.
Oh, Ferker's a stud, and he's smart too.
Let's see. I like Will Dissly in Seattle. He just needs to play a full season healthy, which he will. He's just been hurt. What I love about there's so many great tight ends in the NFL. Like, they're everywhere, and not all of them get the spotlight or anything like that. But I just think there's a bunch of really good ones out.
Talk about your rookie year.
It was tough, but TJ was actually really cool. He was that was his last year. He helped me out a lot because I was a center in college, and then the day after they drafted me, they called me and they said, you're going to play left guard. And he kind of mentored me a lot there. But I was also with Matt Castle, funniest dude I've ever met.
Right.
He was a good vet to have. He was hilarious and he lined things up. It was a long year, that's for sure. That year felt like it never was going to end, but it was good.
I think for anybody who's listening out there, we do a good job of riding the line, though, as being unbiased as possible.
Yeah. We like to find the line.
Find the line, live on the line. Straddle the line.
Right.
You gotta dip that toe in that other water because you know what they say, the grass is always green on the other side.
Do they say that?
I think that's the expression. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
There's songs for both.
There are there songs?
Yeah, grass isn't always greener.
I think, and let me tell you what, I think you're on fire right now with the Mises Now This, because the phrase is actually the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
But there's also a case for the grass is greener on the other side.
I think, yes, that's the whole point of the moral dilemma. Is the grass greener on the other side? Will, that's like the whole thing, right?
All right, listen.
Hey, I'll tell you what, my boy's taking a lot of shots on that head. And I love you.
I love you too.
I'm going to wheel you around. I'm going to wheel you around when you're older, me and Charo. We are right off.
It was our spring game. And then, always after the game, they give you whatever food buffet. So you eat the food. And then we had a huge night. First night, we're off. We don't have anything to do the next day. So everyone's going to go hard. We're all going out. I'm going to say a couple names, just shout them out. Nick Costa, Alex Wood, Jeff Doss. We're at their house and we just ate Chick-fil-A and all of us were stuffed. We're trying to pound beers. You know, like when you're on a full stomach and you're trying to like crush some beers, it's tough. Like that shit is expanding your belly. Like, yes. I'm trying to get drunk tonight and I can't because every time I take a step, I feel like I'm about to puke. So after about like my third beer, I'm like, I can't do this. It's going to ruin my night. I'm going to get like barely drunk. And I really want to get sauce. So I took the handle of Skull vodka, which is a plastic handle. It's probably, I don't know, like $8.95.
Oh yeah, like $8, dude.
Took a big old swig to the face, and after I started gargling until I puked up vodka. I honestly, it's one of the gross things I've ever done. But once I threw up, I felt fucking great, and then I proceeded to absolutely get thrashed that whole night.
So here's what I'm picturing: you're taking the Skull vodka to the head, like you were courtside that one night, and just pounding it until you threw. Gargling?
No. I took a big old swig and then I started gargling like you're like kind of doing mouthwash. So I like lifted my head up and went until I threw up with vodka.
Oh, yo, way to rally! God. That is a fucking rally move right there.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it's one of my hell yeah, and I'm still proud of it. You know what?
You should be proud of that. That's unbelievable.
I would get text all the time to this girl named Brittany, and I was in the islands one time. I just smoked a fat joint and I was sitting there and I get a text. It was like, hey, Brittany, just saw on Facebook where you're pregnant. So happy for you or whatever. And I was like, yeah, like, turns out I'm not.
Did you say that back?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Oh my God. Like, so sorry. Also catfished. I guess one of her ex-boyfriends hit up, was like, yo, I'm so sorry about the way things worked out with us. Like, I'm in New York this week if you want to go get some dinner. And so I looked up like a nice restaurant in New York City and like was like, yo, like let's just go here on Tuesday night or whatever. Like, yo, I'm gonna be there or whatever. Catfish this man, dude. Don't text till you think you're texting, dude. Right. It's gonna be me.
Jesus Christ. Watch out for Ernest.
Yeah.
You're a sicko.
I mean, I was 3 years young. I was 3 years younger. 3 or 4 years younger, so
it's all right.
How old are you now?
I'm 28, so
when do you turn 29?
January 11th.
Damn.
92. 111, 92.
So that picture, I like got tagged in something by like some dude on Instagram. His name was like Big Gay Ben, and he was basically like that was his profile. But it was also like
shout out Big Gay Ben.
Yeah, shout out Big Gay Ben. And he tagged me in that photo, and he was like, "Look at the dick on Lawan" or something like that.
Oh, Big Gay Ben was about it.
Oh, Big Gay Ben was about it, dude. It was like right after I did the thing. And I literally was like, man, that kind of makes me uncomfortable. I still like the photo because a compliment's a compliment, though. You know what I'm saying?
You liked it?
No doubt.
You went and you hearted it?
I hearted the shit out of that thing, dude. Like, thank you, sir, for commenting on my piece. I've never, I mean, look at this. You can see from here.
When Taylor heard that comment, the next time he was about to shower, he kind of just looked at himself like,
hey, yeah.
No, the next time I was about to shower, I was like, Big A Ben has no idea.
He said, hey, yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I got the puberty down. I'm just waiting for the growth to happen. But anyway, go to
shit.
That's after. That's during the C word.
That's Corey's post clarity nut right there.
Oh,
so which celebrity would you vote for president?
I'll tell you what. I think I know who you would. And I think it'd be the same person. And say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. The Rock. Yeah, dude. Let's go, dude. Hey, that's solid, dude. I'll tell you what, The Rock got to get a little head on his shoulders. I'll tell you what, if you're looking at leadership and you like, imagine being like fucking whoever the Chinese president is, walk in there, say hello, open the fucking door up. Holy shit, 6'4" of just broad shoulders.
The Rock?
I'd be like, hey, holy shit. Hey, wait, we're not going to do nothing to y'all.
That handshake? Hey, whatever you want, man.
Scary shit, dude.
Could you imagine a negotiation not going well and you just get rock bottom through a table? In the White House?
Yeah. I'd say I'd vote for The Rock for sure.
I shake somebody's hand. They say their name. Excuse me. What'd you say your name was? And as they say it again, it doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Dude,
I love that.
People saying they'd vote for a celebrity just because they like them. Like, we don't even know The Rock's policies.
I know, but he seems like a great dude based on his Instagram.
Hey, if he look good on their Instagram, then they good. Then you know what I'm saying?
I know.
I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to talk to them tier ones. I think the tier 1 thing's really, people are really starting to take pride in being a tier 1. Go ahead. That was a pause for you.
Yeah. I was about to. I literally caught myself.
On the next episode of Bussin' with Boys, we'll talk about reading a room. Go ahead, Will.
Me personally,
hey, you got to catch him cute laughs. When he, that was cute as fuck.
Personally, I don't like it. I actually had to break up an argument yesterday.
What?
Because somebody was saying, "Oh, you think you're a tier 1?" And if you went at it, I had to drop a GIF like it was a Jurassic Park one where he's around the Raptors. He'd say, "Hey, calm down, guys. Take it easy."
Hey, yo, take it easy.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, take it easy, guys. We're literally all in the same."
I
pack.
gotta see that link. I gotta see that deal. Wait. So hold on. You don't like the tier 1s?
I do, but I think it's causing some controversy because people are starting to argue a little bit. I'm like, hey, listen, guys, we're all in the same pack now.
Yeah,
we gotta welcome each other. Like one dude's dropping proof. He's dropping receipts. Oh, look at me. I'm gonna.
Shit.
Damn,
how dare you attempt to call me? How dare you attempt to call me out? Where's your Bussin shirt? You tier 3 beta. And I was like, hey.
Oh my God!
I was like, hey, guys, just take it easy.
That thing might have upset Will. Nothing fires me up more than knowing when people will fucking just go toes for the boys.
And then took a picture. Like, where's your fucking Bussin?
Yeah, like he's wearing it right now.
Yeah.
He right now is when he's wearing.
Were you the other one in the flex photo?
I was.
Were you upset about how DK got all the love for that? And then
right, that's what I want to know. Yeah. Look at it. He's sitting here. I don't want to dress.
It was my idea to take the picture.
No, it was not.
I swear to God. You know, I love DK, but when the picture took off, I was like, damn, like, what about me? Like, I'm real too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Pull that picture up. Pull it up big.
I'm like,
yeah, you're jacked, dude, but like DK's fucking shredded.
Well,
I mean,
our boys out here. Like, I can't sit here and tell you, look in the eye, say.
There's no doubt if I was you in this photo and hearing everybody else that I would feel a little like,
I mean,
hey,
I'm trying.
Guys.
You know, I mean, like, I ain't too bad myself.
I mean, look at the pec.
Pause.
No pause. But look at the pec definition. He's got that middle slit. DK does not have that. He's got some of the ripples, but you do too.
DK abs just sit on his stomach.
I know it looks like fucking somebody's home designing and put a shelf in the fucking.
It's like
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Those power lifters. This shit is crazy. I remember seeing this and it was all over.
Play the video.
Like she's loving.
It's my man Isaiah on draft.
Oh, you're crying, so happy. I've seen you wear that hoodie before.
Mom's like,
yeah, there we go.
She's like, come on, get up, man, get your ass the fuck.
Yo, what is going on in your head? Right there. Like, what's going on in your head? Are you like,
did you notice it?
You're trying to enjoy the moment.
I was sitting there crying in the hat, man, and I took it off. And I saw her tap her initially. Like the first where it was resisted a little bit, I was like, all right. I mean, she just kind of told you to get up.
Right.
And then I saw
so it was your girl's fault.
Hey, man. Someone tells you to get up once. I mean, I'm getting up.
He's not going against moms right now.
Yeah.
No,
I know. You can see him. Like he notices it happening, but he's still trying to be in his draft moment. He knows the camera's on him.
I'm saying, because I'm sitting there watching it. It's right here in front of me. So I'm just sitting here like, wow.
So what are you thinking right there? What are you thinking right there?
I'm thinking this is some shit, but I just got drafted, so fuck it. We'll be okay.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Was it a funny? What is it? A conversation or a funny conversation later that night, like when the video was out?
It was funny, to me and my friends. I got some good laughs out of it.
Yeah.
Somebody was a little bit butthurt about the situation. I mean, we could take a shot in the dark on who it is.
Yeah, your mom.
Yeah.
It's the denim Canadian tuxedo I thought was a good idea today.
You've been on the bus before.
And there was no air last time.
Right, so I don't know what made you think.
Yeah, but last time you came in
dude, because I wanted to dress decent. I didn't want to come up here looking homeless. And now
you knew Ryan was going to come correct with that hat.
Dude, I had a flannel in the car.
Hey, I told you.
You don't come onto the bus with your weak shit. No. And Aaron was trying to. He just got a little warm. It's okay.
That's it. I had a flannel, and I really thought to myself, it's in the car. And I was like, I feel like he might be wearing plaid. So I threw the double denims on, and I was right, dude. When I got in here, I was right.
Just a quick side note. I know people make fun of the Canadian tuxedo. Big fan of it. I think denim on denim looks great. I agree. I don't care who knows it.
Did it.
Big fan of that.
It's a hot one, but it looks good.
Is. And I run hot too.
Man.
I run hot.
Yeah. Do you sleep with a fan? You got a big fan when you sleep?
No, my wife hates fans.
Unreal.
It's probably been our biggest fight we've had.
Sucks, dude.
Hates fans.
I'm a huge fan guy.
I'm a big go to the hotel on away games, and then first thing I do, crank that thing down
all the way
down. It'll go.
Yes.
It's like in the 50s. I'm like, that's all right. We're gonna be all right.
Yes.
I do 66. I don't do 50.
In the middle of the night, like running back and forth.
What is something that you've seen that you're like, I didn't realize it was like this?
Yeah, like he's in tune with everybody. He's in tune with the offensive line, with the running backs and the receivers. Like he's always just going through everything he needs to go through, making sure everybody on the same page with the adjustments and things. And like, when the offense come out the huddle, they for every seat and they communicate, and it just feels different.
Yeah,
you get that feeling that okay, this guy's taking command of everything, and everybody's following his lead, and everybody's on point. Like there's no lollygagging. Everybody's getting lined up ASAP. Defensively, that get us to get lined up ASAP, and then
hell yeah,
the competition is on right there.
Hell yeah,
yeah, man, it's different, man. You can feel a good vibe from them, man. That's what I really like, man. Both of those guys, they got a real great vibe, and they come in and they buying in. And they just want to play football and they want to win. They got that winning mentality. We've been needing that.
It's probably the most stereotypical country song.
Without a doubt.
Out there.
But I feel like
disagree.
To write the most stereotypical country song is probably the goal.
That's got to be it.
I do remember the title I wrote down. My granddaddy passed away in February last year. I was in Vegas, found out, got on a plane, flew back to Nashville and drove home. Got to Alabama like 3 a.m. and wrote the title down. Wish Grandpa's never died.
Really?
Didn't write it for another couple months, but I didn't want to write just a song about my grandpa. You know what I mean? About like us fishing and doing this and that, whatever. That's kind of been done before. So I just wrote a song that I thought was like, if I was having a conversation with the two of them today, what would they ask me? Like, hey, man, what'd you think about traveling the country? How's it been? What would you change about it? This, that, and the other. And that was kind of the thing.
That's unbelievable.
When I got to Houston, it was a bin with jock straps in it. And you go in there, you get your jock strap out, shake it out. You look at it, if it has any ball stains on it or whatever. And then if it was good to go, then it's yours. And I'm like, what part of the game is this?
Right.
It looked like the facility was literally in like a former post office building, transformed.
That's fucking nuts, right?
It is.
And you're thinking, this is the NFL.
This is the NFL. The meeting rooms, you had like wooden tables you would see at your grandmother's house and chairs wrapped around it. For lunch, we had to go down the street to go to this little bodega and get like Popeye's chicken or sandwiches. And it was nothing like you would ever imagine. Guys
for a professional athlete.
Yeah. Guys smoking cigarettes and shit out in the parking lot. I mean, it was like, this is crazy.
And you're like, it's kind of hard to backpedal, but he didn't just not backpedal. He cried on national television.
I was telling
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he fully bought into, he needs to be acting somewhere in Hollywood.
That's exactly what I said. He bought in. And once he bought in, he rode that wave. Like you said, he went all the way. I mean, they told me that he was at the College Football Awards in Orlando, I think, and just racking up the awards. I mean, had an unbelievable season. And his phone rang from like the number that he associated with his girlfriend that apparently passed away. And it was like, oh shit. That's when it all started to fall apart.
But it took me back because I cut grass to make rent before I had a record deal in town, and also tested sewage right up the street here, literally right up there.
Damn.
Which was poop dollar. Wait a second.
Yeah,
How did I think of that under poop dollar? I legit tested sewage for a living.
That's disgusting.
It was gross.
While you were making music until I
got a record deal. Yeah, I was testing poop from all over the state and all over the South.
What's the point of testing poop? Mercury levels, or what's the deal?
Yeah, bad stuff. I was testing for volatile compounds. I'm a scientist, by the way.
Okay, congratulations. Happy for you.
Cesspool.
Cesspool.
Dude. Useless knowledge, but so that's I say that because that's how I ended up in that job. For the science degree, if you're not a doctor, you're testing poop. That's just it. I mean,
really,
environmental lab.
It's that much of a white or black thing.
That's what if you're not a science degree,
you're testing shit. That's how
If you could go back, would you have played that game, that playoff game?
If I went back, I wouldn't have gone back in. I was okay in the beginning of the game, and we jumped out to I think a 14-0 lead, and then I re-injured my knee. Just like I was rolling to the sideline, I threw my knee buckled. Something happened. You know, when you're already compromised, it's like the weirdest stuff happens that can make
for sure.
Re-injure something. So,
and you already kind of fall to the ground in a way. You're just like, hey, RG, my man.
Exactly.
Fall to the ground gracefulully.
I'm sure all of Redskins Nation is like, when they hear this, they're going to be like, oh man, I knew he shouldn't have went back in. Yeah, I should. If I could go back and do it again, I wouldn't have gone back into the playoff game. But hindsight's 20/20, right?
He walks up
and goes to shake his hand. After he extends the arm, his arm is this long. He sees John doing you can tell it's not a yes, it's not a no. He's not really shaking his head. So you see him bring it in. You see him bring his arm in like this, like he's going to grab his 6-shooter, like he's in a Wild Western fucking movie, right? He leans in like this, dude. And I don't even know what the words were. It was probably like, go fuck yourself. Okay. And out of there. That was probably it. It was lean in, go fuck yourself. All right. W. And Vrabel left, dude. I fucking love Mike Vrabel, dude. And I love the shit he does. And I'm going to get in trouble for this, I feel like. But, dude,
yo, the about face, shit, though.
What's that?
How quick he does the about face as soon as he realizes, we're not shaking hands.
Oh, yeah.
And then the prideful next 2 steps are the greatest moments
his
ever.
Chest, like, dude, like he literally went to the chiropractor. Hey, Harbaugh, thanks for the chiropractic work. I'm out of here.
Kids are the funniest. I remember my daughter. My daughter was just learning about colors. Okay, what's the sky? Blue. What color's the grass? Green. What color's daddy? Purple. Listen, dude, I was like, and kids don't lie. Listen, kids will tell you the truth. I asked her, what color's my teeth? Yellow. I don't know. They said they look kind of, and she said, Daddy, your teeth yellow. I'm like, dude, kids, they know, man. They know.
That's
they keep
crazy.
it real.
There's a lot of rules. Like, if you want to be in a horror movie, here's the deal. Don't be in the front or the back. Stay in the middle, and for God's sakes, do not ever split up. Can't ever split up, you're fucking dead. Another rules, if you hear a noise, don't investigate that thing. Just get the fuck out, dude. Just get, like, if you're, what was that? Is it just you're dead.
No doubt.
A third one, if you're videotaping with a camcorder, game's already over. If you have sex, do drugs, you're dead. Or you drink, you're fucking dead. If you are out, let's say you're
So
out.
are you saying we need to be abstinent during the month of October?
You might need to. Don't be a job. If you are an athlete, you're fucking dead.
I've been dead a couple times.
I know. Never assume the killer is dead. That's a big one, right? There's one more rule to make you feel a horror movie. It's be a virgin. Born again counts. You got to be a virgin. If you're a virgin, you're gonna make it.
Deciding now, dude. We're born again virgins.
Starting, I do not sleep with my door open. You know what I'm saying? The master bedroom. If the door,
that's consensus. Do you guys?
Open. You sleep with your door open?
You're a fucking psycho out there.
Oh shit!
Bedroom,
Why?
just bedroom door.
Yeah.
Bedroom door into the rest of the house.
Yeah. I sleep
Why
with it
would you
open.
do that?
Because I'd rather see.
See what?
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to not know.
But
what's
it's based
behind
off
the
of
door.
fear. It's based off of fear.
Oh, 100%.
That's so funny how fear kind of
Yeah.
run. This is the shit though.
I couldn't picture like my door being open and like creeping around the frame to be like.
There's many nights where I hear something and either wake up or haven't fallen asleep yet and look at the doorway and like try to convince myself I didn't just see something. You know, when you just your eyes freak you out because
your eyes go from like this, like
my
like
eyes
this,
are as wide as
trying to
they
like
go.
get your eyes like clear up a little
Instead
bit
of
more.
like looking straight at it, you'll kind of look to the side, trying to look like over there. Like, am I seeing something?
Yeah. Hey, we're doing that
Yeah.
Like I've said this time and time again, the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life was Paranormal Activity. The like it affected me the longest. It affected me the hardest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like we talked about before, the slashers don't really scare you. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you're a little kid. Like the thought of a giant man with a knife coming in, super scary. It still is, obviously, but like, hey, you can't be fucking around with them can't see 'ems. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you got them can't see 'ems out there, dude.
It's like, can't get right over there. Them can't see 'ems.
Can't see 'ems, dude. If you can't see 'ems, you got no chance.
Yeah.
That thing is a bit of a deal now.
Bit of a reach
all
on
right?
that joke.
Man, our friendships get a little spooky. Let's get a little ghost. So these girls start talking to us, and they're like kind of just a little. I tell you what, 2 kinds of girls on Halloween. These girls are 13, just a little slutty. They were cats, but I was like, oh, these cats are trying to put out.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you want us to flash you guys? My buddy Matt Rio, he's like, yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I get so uncomfortable, like so scared. I'm like, no, it's okay. You don't have to.
Probably the right move.
And they walk, and they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right, we'll see you guys later then. Okay, bye. Probably my biggest regret of my entire life, in my mind.
What did Matt say?
Yeah, what did Matt say to you afterwards?
He was hot at me, dude. Matt was like, we walked away and it was quiet for the next 3 or 4 houses. And you at that age, you kind of get the look from parents like, you guys are a little old to be trick-or-treating out here, aren't you?
Taylor's dressed up as the SS Titanic.
No, it's a skateboard.
He's 6'9".
Hey, his buddy Matt's the Glacier. That they fucking the iceberg that they fucking.
So it was the last game of the year. I think it was 2015. So Ryan and I were like, let's trade jerseys because I want Vinatieri's jersey. And I was like, you know what? Pat's coming off a Pro Bowl. I'd love to get his jersey. So they were like, hey, look, let's just swap. Let's take a picture. And then our equipment guy won't let us send out the jerseys because I think they were going to the playoffs that year.
Probably get a fine.
He's like, yeah, he'll fine us like $250. You know, after the season's done, we'll send you the jersey. And I was like, here, well, why don't you just take mine? Ryan, you know, Vinatieri took Ryan's jersey, Suckup's jersey. We'll send it to you in the mail and the season's over. Still waiting on that jersey.
Did Vinatieri send his jersey?
Wow.
Nope.
Wow.
So they got your guys' jerseys. You didn't get theirs.
Correct.
Buddy was eating W's 2 years ago, putting his full fingers in his mouth, by the way. Like that's
in there.
Yeah.
That's grimy, my friend. But then you go to the celly this past week and he's in there. And you know what I love most about Jameis Winston? He dies in the sword. All right. What happened a few years later? He's on a different team, still in the NFC South, and he's gnawing them things.
He embraced it, you know, like,
right.
Like everybody made fun of him until all of a sudden them dubs is actually meaning winning. Now everybody's like,
no, they do it too. Have you done it? Have you eaten a W?
That's probably as close as you're going to see me eat a dub. I'm not like, it's cringeworthy to me, but
the W thing kind of throws me off a little bit. But if he's your teammate, gotta respect. That's what we're here on this podcast all about. We're always for the boys.
It's always about support. Like you just gotta, you know, that's your thing. That's your thing.
Oh
I'm just
my
gonna be from the side like this.
God. Yeah, hey, that's a bit of a deal right there, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
That's a bit of a deal.
I need my massage table back.
It's in my garage actually. I've been using it enough to get you.
I know it's at your house. I'm saying I need my massage table back.
He took
my massage table.
I thought he forgot about it.
Hey, he took my massage table in August.
I took it right before the beginning of the season. I went.
Hasn't given it back.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You
brought him on here again because you probably weren't gonna get it back.
I think I dropped it off and I didn't have to pick it back up a second time, and I just kept it.
Like I said, I need my massage table.
After a while, is it something yours? Like, is it something yours? Like,
hey, can I use your massage table?
What you been using, bro? What you been using?
What's
at this
a while?
Point? Like, it's been over a year. Like, that's mine.
It's not been over a year.
Technically, it's yours.
That's mine.
How do you feel about people taking victory laps, tooting their own horn a little bit after beating the number one team in the division, but they're trying to unseat you, obviously?
You know what? Good for you guys, man. You know, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. If that's, you know, makes you fall asleep at night, you go ahead and do your thing, man. I ain't mad at it. They beat us, man. I mean, hats off to the fucking guys, you know. I want to fucking murder them.
Yeah, a couple guys that went on the snowman.
Who's like the real thickie?
We had one dude that got traded last year.
Yeah, Jarrell. He was built like a melted ice cream cone,
were smaller than mine, but he had he was a melted chocolate ice cream cone, dude. He had something going on.
Yeah, he looked like a juice box, and you just put two straws in the bottom because he has like little legs. Just stud.
Who got them tits? What player got them tits on?
This is that one.
Oh, he has some titties?
He'd sit there getting taped, doing them things. He had to lift his tit up to get tattooed.
Oh, talking C cup.
He's got his whole. Oh yeah, saggy C's.
Yeah,
is it a black guy or white guy?
Black guy.
Black guys have better, I think, tits on them if they got.
They got better nipples, don't they?
I feel like black guys, it's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no in between. Like they got tits or they're fucking rocked up.
Right.
Look at you can imagine what that is without a tight jersey on.
Oh yeah, but it gets messy.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see like a brother have those tits look like a couple of egg yolks nailed to a wall.
No. We got 2 fouls on the defense.
Pause it. This is in Arizona?
This is in Texas.
And not sportsmanlike conduct. Number 88 on the defense.
Oh, 2.
Disqualified.
Gone. Oh shit. Oh! Okay. What? All right. This kid absolutely dummies the ref. And then what are the other players doing? I've never in my life thought to myself, I need to go decleat this ref ever. And this dude, this fucking kid, he got expelled, didn't he? Who referee charged with assault, team removed from place. Oh, so the team has now been kicked. See, that's where, man, that's a bummer. That kid just ruined a lot of people's senior years in the playoffs. If I'm a kid on that team, I'm beating that kid's ass. And if he's bigger than me, I'm getting 3 of my buddies. We're going to beat that kid's ass. You know what I'm saying? What else we got?
You know how you go on field trips and you'd hit the mall like in the middle of the field trip Like the school would stop in the mall, you go shopping. My mom would give me like
Can't
30.
say I ever did that, but that sounds fucking dope.
It was dope, and unless your parents give you like $30, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's going nuts, and you're trying to fight. You're in Aeropostale looking at them 4 for $20 deals. You know what I'm saying?
You get
like,
one
God
slice
damn
at
it, man.
Sbarro for lunch.
Yeah, like I gotta walk out of like the nice branded stuff with like one pant leg or something of jeans.
4 for $20, man.
Did you say one slice of Sbarros
for lunch in the food court? Greasy as shit.
You walking around like, hey, you're gonna have to find a way to eat. You're eating all them little Chinese samples around the spot.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
there goes Will again, taking a lap.
Yeah, taking a
in
lap.
his new ass shirt. Aeropostale used to have that logo, dude.
There
with
goes
the
Will
dog.
in his new shirt.